Hello everyone, Namaskaram. In this yoga series, I'm going to just show a few poses which are suitable for Parkinson's disease. So we'll start with the first one, which is called Tadasana or mountain pose. So here you're going to stand with your feet parallel to each other. Now if you can keep it really close to each other, that's fine. It actually gives you more, it helps you with balancing. However, if this is hard for you, you can always keep it a little further apart. Now again, make sure you're standing nice and tall. Keep your feet grounded on the floor, pulling your muscles up and keep them strong, your legs. Keep your shoulders down, back straight, and then keep your palms facing forward. Keep your head straight, and then just relax, just normal breathing, watching your breath. Now if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and then just hold this for about 30 seconds to about a minute. This is very good for grounding and giving you balance. Now I only kept it for about 10 seconds, but you can definitely do longer and longer to help you. Second pose is upward salute. So basically again, same thing, keep your feet parallel, maybe hip distance apart. And then inhale and lift both arms up, stretching your arm up all the way. Again, hold it here for a few seconds. And then inhale again. And then exhale, pull your stomach in and slowly go forward, reaching down to the floor. Or however far you can go. You can again, don't lock your knees, keep your knees loose. You can even slightly bend your feet if you want to touch the floor. And just relax here. So your head, neck and back are in alignment with each other, straight line. Now if you feel dizzy, then just don't do this, or just do it only for like a couple of seconds. So the forward bending is called Uttanasana or Padahastasana. The fourth one we're going to do is Veerabhadrasana or warrior variation 2. So here you will widen your feet, they're parallel to each other. Now turn your right foot at a right angle, so the heels are still aligned. This left foot is at a slight angle, about 45 degrees. Again, when you get to this pose, you might feel a little imbalance, so make sure you have a wall for support. So keep them as wide as possible. And then inhale both arms to the side and then bend your right knee. So you want your right leg to be perpendicular to the floor. The back is towards square, parallel to the wall behind you, and your shoulders are back. You're not drooping forward, so try to keep this as steady and straight as possible. And then just stay here. You can start anywhere from a few seconds to about a minute. So the longer you hold, the more grounded and coordination you're going to have. Now again, make sure the back leg, this leg here, is planted firmly on the floor. All the toes are touching the floor. The same thing with this foot also. And then just hold this. Fifth pose we're going to do is tree pose. Now this is a little difficult, but it's very good for balancing if you're able to do it. But make sure you have some kind of a support next to you to hold on to. So hold it and then keep your left foot firmly planted on the ground. And then pick up your right leg. Keep your feet on the inner thigh, inside of the thigh, and hold on to this. And then if you can hold on, let go of the wall, you can, but otherwise it's okay. Just keep like a finger on the wall and just stay here for a little bit, a few seconds. And then release. And then do the same thing on the other side. So I showed you 5 poses standing up, and so now we're going to do a few on the mat. So we'll start the first one, which is the 6th pose I'm showing today, is the Sunburn. So let's get on our fours. So you want to make sure your wrist is below your shoulders, your elbows facing forward, fingers are spread wide, knees below the hips, feet like a parallel to each other. So this is called table position, and your chest is somewhat open. So now you stretch your right leg out, push your heel down as far as you can go, just to kind of stretch your leg. Hold it for a few seconds And then lift your leg off the floor. So heels are pushing out, toes pointing down. And then when you feel ready, inhale and lift your left arm in front of you. So the opposite leg. Now again, this is a balancing pose. So this is possible, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, it's okay. And just hold it for a few seconds. And then bring your hand back down and bring your leg back to center. Now again, let's do the same thing on the other side. Extend the left leg out. Push it down the floor as much as you can. And then lift your leg off the floor. Inhale your right arm in front of you and hold. And then bring your hand back and then your leg back to center. Now that was a little bit of a difficult pose, so if you can, try it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Number 7, we're going to do the cat-cow combination. It's a very common yoga pose. A lot of people do it. So that's a little easier to do. So we're going to do that in like a kind of a rhythmic motion. So it's called a dynamic yoga. And then we will hold them. So first, same position, table position. So hands below the wrists, below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Now inhale, drop your chest down. And look in front of you. The cat pose. The cow. And then arch your back as you exhale. Do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. You can do it slowly. No need to rush. And then after that, inhale to cow. And just hold here, close your eyes. And just relax into the pose. Keep your hands strong, firmly planted on the floor. And then exhale and arch your back and do the same thing. Hold for some time. You can hold up to about 30 to 45 seconds. And then come back to center. And then sit back on your heels. And then slowly bring your head down to Balasana, the next pose. So you can take your hands on either sides of your body and rest here. Now here you can take your knees a little wider to the edge of the mat so you'll be more relaxed. Your body comes closer to the floor. And then slowly come back. And remember, always slow movements. Now the last one I'm going to show you is Shupta Baddha Konasana. So you lay down on the mat. Then keep your feet together. The feet are touching each other. The base of the feet are touching each other. Both the knees are like a bound angle pose. Keep your hands on either side of your body and just rest here. So this will help you strengthen your legs. Now you can stay in this position as long as you want, 1 or 2 minutes, or however comfortable you are. So I demonstrated about 10 different poses, 5 standing up, 5 on the mat. Now again, you don't have to do all of them. You can do one of them or a couple of them, one standing, one sitting. I find I had an uncle I've taught yoga to, and he found the standing one's a lot easier to do. So if that is easier, then just do that for some time and then slowly come to the floor. Important thing when you're getting off the floor, I will show you how to get off the floor a little easier. So basically, you go on your fours again. You can do it 2 ways. One is you kind of lift your heels up, curl your toes under, and then you walk your hand and stand up this way, which makes it easy. Or the second way is when you're in this position again, so put your right foot forward and then push yourself up to standing, and then bring your head forward and get up. So whichever works for you, that will be fine. I'm going to demonstrate 2 types of pranayama. One is Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, that a lot of people know how to do. The second one is called Bhramari Pranayama, which is very good for Parkinson's. So let's start one by one. First pranayama, Nadi Shodhana. So let me demonstrate that. So there what you're doing is you're inhaling through the left nostril and then exhaling through the right, and then inhaling through the right again and exhaling through the left. That is one cycle. So just watch. So keep your hand in Vishnu Mudra or Dhenu Mudra, where the two first fingers are closed down and the thumb is out and these two are out. So basically you're placing your thumb on the base of the right nostril, that little cartilage over there. And then slightly, you don't have to push really hard, just a little bit. And then you inhale through the left nostril. And then you close the left nostril with the ring finger, the same place, and then exhale through the right nostril. And then continue. So that was one cycle. Now again, you can try, how many, if you do 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever you can do. Make the the exhalation equal to that or a little longer than that, not shorter. So even if you can do only 2 seconds, then that's okay. Then slowly build up to 5 seconds. So let me show you the whole cycle. So that's one cycle. So if you can do about 10 of those, it's good, or you can just put a timer for about 2 minutes, start that way and then build up to about 5 minutes. The other hand is on my lap and I keep it in something called Vayu Mudra. Basically the tip of the tongue is the pointer is touching the base of my thumb. So my hand is like this. So this is, and the other three are stretched out. So this is called Vayu Mudra. So when you subdue the Vayu, this is supposed to be the Vata air finger. You subdue that, you actually can inhale a lot better. So you're kind of controlling the Vata that way as well. So keep this hand in Vayu Mudra. Now, second pranayama we're going to do is Bhramari. Now, Bhramari is the buzzing bee breath. So here again, you're inhaling through the nostril and keeping your, taking your tip of the fingers, placing them in the cartilage in the ear over here, this place right here. So on both sides, kind of gently close that. And then you're inhaling through the nostril and you're exhaling with your mouth. So inhale. So as you can see, you inhale through the nose, closing this a little bit, and then you're exhaling through the mouth, but making that humming sound. That's why it's called the humming bee or Bhramari pranayama. Now this you can do about 10 times. This is very good for clearing the mind and helping you sleep as well. So you can do this at night before you go to sleep if you have trouble falling asleep. So try these 2 pranayamas and see how you feel.